Hail Saul, my tribe. Welcome back to the Modern Barbarian YouTube channel. I got a little start on a project this morning and realized this probably makes some pretty good content, so I stopped about partway through and we're going to do some video here. So I'm going to start by showing you my tractor. I've got what it is covered up, so maybe you guys can guess and have a good time with that. And if not, I'll tell you what it is eventually anyway. But let's flip this camera around and show you the new tractor for the homestead. Here we go here. Gave away part of it there, but whatever. See the bucket here, loader. You'll notice there's a couple cylinders out of it here. They're over there on the workbench because one of them's bleeding by, so we're going to rebuild those or replace them. Still looking yet. Got it all taped off. We're doing a little bit of repaint on the hood because it was all rusty. Got as close paint match we could to that sun faded stuff over there, but we'll get it all matched in eventually. And then just a little strap out there to hold stuff down. 3-point hitch and PTO. Four-wheel drive. 4-cylinder diesel. You have to forgive how close I am to stuff. My shop is super tight right now. They're still moving in. Guy had it before me, put a John Deere seat on it, but whatever, it's comfortable and it works. You've never seen one of these. They work pretty cool. So you've got two shift levers here on the main transmission. One for your forward and reverse gears right here, and one for your PTO speeds, 1 through 4. And then this lever here is your slow or low, medium, high rear end gear. This lever does your four-wheel drive. This lever is supposed to do something with the hydraulics. I still haven't figured it out. It's supposed to, if I have read it right, it's supposed to lock the rear hydraulics in place for the 3-point hitch. So you get this in place and hit that, and it's supposed to lock it, but I haven't got any implements for the 3-point yet, so I haven't messed with it. And it's missing the side supports on it, which I have a set of those on order, supposed to be here today. But yeah, overall, been a pretty good little tractor, but I just got to do some small repairs. I've had it about a week, and then one of the cylinders went out when I was messing with it in the yard. Figured out what that was, so like I said, I got to get that fixed. But I'll let you take a look under the hood here, which I have unbolted. Just a second. Let me try and do this one-handed now that I remember my hood's unbolted. Hopefully didn't just damage it, forgetting that it was. Here we go. Come on. Oh, it's got that damn rod on it still. Here, let's see. I'll have to set you guys down and figure this out. Alright, we're back. Hood's off now. I was in the middle of unbolting that when I decided to take a video and completely forgot that I'd unbolted it when I went to take it up and almost dropped it in the floor. I needed both hands to fix that problem. So, here is a little Mitsubishi 4-cylinder diesel with electronic fuel injection. Works really well. Not had any issues. Found that it takes a Kubota oil filter, so we'll take care of that. Service the transmission, service the engine, all that stuff when we got it, so we're good there. Little fuel tank. And this one's been, you can tell looking at it here, somebody at some point patched it. So I'll have to see about finding a replacement or fixing it. It's also got another big leak patch over here. It needs some attention, but it's working and not leaking right now, so we can leave it. But yeah, here's our new little tractor here. Older Mitsubishi. See if you can guess what it is. If not, I'll tell you. But cool, fun thing to see if you can guess. Yeah, batteries in it crooked. That's something we're going to fix today. But we'll get this camera set up somewhere where you can see, hopefully, and do some work. Okay. that on the list. Battery hold down. Okay. Battery hold down needed. Found that here. Get you over here so you guys can see it. Here you go. See? Battery sits flat now. But there's a little hole down there. And a little hole down there. It's supposed to be a strap that goes over this thing to hold it in. And there's not. So we'll have to make or buy one of those. There we go. So, that's on the list of things. Need some cleanup in here too, kind of dirty, but another project for another day. Fix that. Let's bend down a little bit. A little bit. There we go. Okay. And the battery's loose. Not connected, right? Wrench it, fix that. Or wrench it here. Okay. I guess it's not going to stay. Figure out why the cylinder's not holding. Well, they didn't pump them down, so they just drew up. I don't want to turn it on to those cylinders out. Take a chance of making a mess, so that'll be alright. Alright, so that's back in there. Figured out. We need to work on this hood. That's what we're actually out here for. So, find us a spot on the other side of the shop. these two. Alright, show you what we got over here. We've got the hood and the front cover here. And I gotta get those lights out of that cover and then get all that prepped so we can paint it. So, keep getting my finger in the shot. Here we go. You guys watch me get that taken apart. See what it takes. Phillips head screwdriver. Oh, take this here. Each one of these has 3 screws, and they're captured nuts on the back, so you can just unscrew them. But they're really long screws. And one of these wasn't working. So while we have it out, probably try and fix that. These are how you adjust these, why they're so long. Tension these against the springs in here. I'll show you when I get it out. But that's how you aim the lights where you want them in front of this tractor. You know, it always amazes me, I'm the same way, the stuff we'll watch other people do on YouTube, right? Like, how exciting is it to sit here and unturn a screw? But I sit and watch people do it too. Alright, so that one's loose. Move the spring. This one. Move the spring. Get the screws. And finish this one. Pull the spring. Alright, so while I got this one out, I'll show you. That goes up inside of there, right? And each one of these holes with screw, you get this spring. I'll put them on there, keep them together anyway. I'm sure you can hear it. Sorry about the rain noise. Here's what it is. But these springs hold tension against this bulb as it sits in there. And so as you change the screw, it angles the light so you can point it where you want it. Get the other one of these out. normally for something this long, impact, but this old plastic, I don't want to take a chance of knowing not knowing if it's going to be brittle or not. But a little patience never hurt nobody, right? Take your time. Do it right. Don't break your stuff. The only reason I'm even doing this is because the top of that hood was super rusty when I got it. I sanded it all down, put a coat of primer and that blue paint on it as close as I could find to the original, but you can tell it does not match. And it was driving me crazy. So we're at least going to paint the whole hood to get it to match itself first. Now I may not paint the rest of it for some time, but at least the hood will all be one color. And the stickers on it are kind of messed up, but they're original, so I taped over those and saved what's left of them. I think it'll be a cool look. A little bit of new, a little bit of age. Shows that it's old, but that somebody cares and takes care of it. The place I got it from, it was not in the best of shape. It ran, but it clutch was out of adjustment. Missing critical parts. There was all the bolts that bolt the front end loader and its frame were not bolted. Like there were missing ones on the frame and all that stuff. So it would have damaged itself to try to use that and all kinds of stuff. So lots of little things, but I didn't have much money in it for a running four-wheel drive tractor with a front end loader. So there's no payments. I don't have a damn $30,000 tractor that I pay on every month. I own this tractor outright. And it does what I need it to do, and I can do little bits here and little bit there. So, oh, I noticed something on these too. See if they're both that. Yeah, here. See if this shows up on the camera or not. Get over here. You see that? You have to zoom in to see it there on your screen. Well, these are Stanley brand bulbs, or at least bulb housings. And I didn't know that Stanley ever made bulbs and bulb housings. See if these are... Yeah, they are replaceable bulbs. So that Stanley made glass bulb housings. Huh. Some stuff you never knew, right? And then sitting here figuring out how to take these bulbs out. So you got this little spring here, pushes over. And this one right here, push it out and over, and that spring retention comes out and this bulb comes out. No idea if you can even get these anymore. One of these is, I think it's, yeah, this one's definitely burnt up. We'll have to do some looking, see what we can find. May have to retrofit, you know what I mean? Find a different bulb that works and make it work in these housings to get both lights working. Get back in there. I don't want to go now. Come on now. Nothing in there that stops that from going in any direction. Other than just being like fit maybe. Wait, right there. There is something that stops it from going in. Alright, so show you what I learned on these. There's a little nub right there on that bulb. There's a little nub right here in this housing. So this bulb can actually only go in one way. And then you got to drop this top of this spring here and that. pinch one of these in and around. That doesn't like to go. Come on now. Drop the other one in there. Alright, well, that's in that. Give these a little pliers love to get them where they're supposed to go here. Right there. Now it bolts back in. And this whole weird plastic boot thing goes back over all of it. Covers your spring mechanism and hold back into this bulb. Keep the water out. Japanese design, different than American for sure, but appears to work. There we go. Headlights are out. I've looked at those. And you can see on this where somebody's tried painting it before. Doesn't look like they did a very good job. I have to bust all that down and get another coat of paint on this. But before we do that, we'll have to pressure wash it. And it's nasty raining outside. You see that? Just gross out there. So we're in the shop today. Oh, this is going to be like a 30-minute video so far. Well, that's all we've got for today then. I don't like mine to run hours long. You got to see it taken apart and the pieces, and I'll show you some more as we do more later. Alright, back on the tractor, doing a couple things that I needed both hands to do, so it wasn't recording. But the bolts that hold this fairing on are missing on both sides, so it's on there. And then there was a metal electronic component. Let's see if I can get down underneath there. You can see it plugs in there and goes up under there. It only had one bolt in it, and this top bolt was actually put in down here, and it was dangling down. So I raised it up and put it back in with two new bolts there. And new washers to make everything fit right so it doesn't cut in. And the other fairing bolt down there. Went over all these screws and made sure they were there. There's 4 of them and tight, so this is held on properly. So that's all back on it. And then for stability, I took this tire on this side, or this rim from this side, and put it on that side. So you see how much more in it is here and here, and how deep the dish is on this side. Yeah, it's dirty, it needs to be cleaned, but it widened the track width by about half a tire width. You can see that gap there, and that makes them a lot more stable, so you don't have to worry about them as much trying to have tractor rollover problems, especially since this one does not have a rollover protection on it yet. I found the one that I can order. The only one I found that exists is out of Poland. It will bolt into these 6 holes here on the back and give me one. So I'm looking into that to get one, but it's gonna be a couple $100 plus shipping from Poland. So in the meantime, we can widen these out. I'm looking for tractor wheel weights, and I'll probably do some fluid in the tires to help with that. I may flip the front ones around, but I want to drive it around first after with the back ones flip and see, and I can't do that until I get cylinders in it. Another project we're not doing today, but we're going to turn this thing into somewhat of a quick detach, right? So you got your inlet line here and your outlet line here that I will put quick detaches on so that I can off of there, and then undo those 4 bolts and this bolt on this cross brace here up front for the bracing the uprights on both sides, and should just be able to back the tractor out of the thing, right, and leave it set up somewhere. So we'll turn that into a removable front end loader for when we're doing other stuff. Oh, and then again, I needed both hands to do it. A bunch of stuff to do it, but I did the paint on the hood, got it hung up here, scuffed it down decently. Again, not going for a show tractor here, but scuffed it down. It's kind of dark, so it's hard to see right now, but there's some light. It's that nice blue. It all matches. Got a decent shine to it. You can get up close here. You can see didn't orange peel real bad. It's not perfectly flat or anything, but it's not super peely, and it's a tractor. So I'll show it to you again once we get it all put back together. Alright, well, as you can see, there's a little bit of a jump cut there. We're back in the underground here in our little studio, and the tractor is not all the way back together. Well, the weather has turned complete trash, just miserable, horrible outside. And so I'm going to work in here the rest of the day. So I was editing the video, but we're going to have to stop there. Sorry for the stop. But next video, next week, we'll pick up with where the tractor's at. It's being put back together. New cylinders should be in. Hood should be back on. I'll try and get that front white part painted and do videos of all that stuff and show you how to put these things back together. So that's going to be it for today. Finishing up working on the old little Mitsubishi little tractor. Same thing as a Sato Bull, if you've ever heard of those, or it's a Mitsubishi F2350D. It's a four-wheel drive. Good little tractors. Lots of work to do still, but it's going to be a good tractor for the little homestead here that we call Bondegard. And hope you guys enjoyed the content, with more of that to come. And if you enjoy this type of content, working on tractors or seeing what's going on around a small homestead that's getting set up, setting up new gardens, cool outdoor projects, all that stuff, then you should think about subscribing to the channel. And hit the little bell thing if you do subscribe, so you'll get to see every time I put out a video. And if you wouldn't mind, if you know people that are into this and think that they would enjoy this content, please share this with your friends. That would be greatly appreciated. This is the Modern Barbarian, signing off.